67 yards. In the second half, they only gave up 6-1.
Yeah, appreciate the way the guys came out and fought in the second half. But obviously, first half wasn't good enough.
What happened in the first half, Robert?
There was a series of some I wouldn't say miscommunication, just slightly off with regards to technique, and but just like I said, it wasn't good enough all the way across the board. But I'm looking inward on me in terms of what we could do better on these short week games.
So. You knew that without Cooper, they probably were going to feature the tight ends, and yet he went crazy in the first quarter.
Yeah, he had on the first third and 15 it was a check down. We're just a little bit out of position, and he cuts inside, makes a good play. On the second explosive, it's a shallow cross on the exchange, and we lose our footing. But other than that, so he had those two big explosives. But again, he's a good player. But it was more. Feel like it was more in our. We had more control over what we allowed.
Robert, what did you make of Flacco's performance today, and how much of a killer was that 50-yarder when it looked like Flynn got him there?
Yeah, they're playing with a lot of confidence. They're playing. They've got a lot of juice, a lot of energy right now. And Flacco is, like I say, in these months he's just going to get better and better. And with the fifth game I believe that he's had, and you can see that he's getting more and more comfortable with the offense. So again, credit to them, hats off to them. He did a great job.
Robert, you guys have 26 penalties these last 2 weeks. How do you explain a stat like that?
Yeah, I got to figure it out. There's it's a lot of pre-snap stuff today. A lot of pre-snap stuff, but I got to figure it out.
Some of the penalties, Robert, 12 men on the field, not covering the tackle up, like things that should be fundamental stuff is happening. It's just how do you explain that?
I got to figure it out.
You guys, I mean, you alluded to some technique things with the defense early on, but I mean, you've referred to this as a championship caliber defense. Should you be beyond stuff?
No, for sure, and they happen. Technique stuff happens every play, every game, regardless. But we pride ourselves on precision. Obviously, we got to look inward. I've got to figure out what I can do better with regards to the week on these short weeks to ensure that we keep our precision. From a play calling standpoint, were we putting our guys in position to be comfortable with what they're being asked to do? So there's, like I said, there's a lot of things that I'm going to look inward first before I ever start looking at our players.
Do you think you were affected, Robert, by the short week, and also that Washington game was a long game, a lot of plays? Did you feel like you guys were tired tonight? Or?
No. This is the third different schedule we've used on a short week, and I just got to keep. I got to keep trying to dig to figure out what's best for our guys and how to get us started faster. Because I do, like I said, I thought the guys came out in the second half and we continued to fight and tried to chop wood. And I thought our offense moved the ball really well against a really good defense. Defensively, obviously, in the second half, I thought we were much better. But that first quarter especially, it just wasn't good enough.
Coach, I know it's an NFL and it's anybody's game, but what separates game plan-wise having to go up against Miles Garrett and his defense compared to other defenses, within the previous 15 games this season?
No, Miles is, he's arguably one of the better DNs in all of football. He's a game wrecker in terms of what you've got to do to try to negate his ability to make all the plays that he's able to make. So preparing for them, I like to think is no different. Whenever you play a game record, wherever he is on the football field, you've got to be aware of him.
It looked like Mackay was struggling with him a bit. What did you see there without looking at the tape?
No, you know what? Again, Miles is a phenomenal football player, and he was jumping back and forth, so they're making it difficult to try to target him in terms of from a protection standpoint. But we had our opportunities, and then there was. But at the end of the day, from a coaching standpoint, I'm just going to look at that first, and whether or not we help them enough. And but in a one-on-one battle, obviously Mackay's going to want to win every one. But Miles is an All-Pro football player. He's going to win his fair share.
A couple more. Did you feel like CJ struggled a little bit today? He was uncharacteristic on a few things. Obviously, trying to deal with the tight end there a little bit.
C.J. Mosley?
Yeah.
No, I thought. See, like I said, it was. His footing came out from underneath him on the shallow cross that Njoku ran, but C.J. was fine.
His hand's in the only injury.
Yeah.
You don't seem, I mean, maybe you're not conveying what you really feel inside, but you don't seem like particularly like angry or upset about it. I'm wondering if you could just share like what's really churning inside you now.
I'm not quite sure on the question, Rich.
Well, you don't seem like
Do you want
outwardly,
do you want me to throw the podium on the floor?
whatever you want to do.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Would they say they're bringing it? They bring players in?
They usually bring the quarterback.
At least quarterback.